Welcome to Chinese Storytime Fun. Today, we're going to talk about the Chinese fairy tales and legends Hou Yi shoots down the sun's Hou Yi射日. Once upon a time, in the ancient days of Chinese mythology, a strange and terrifying event unfolded. One morning, as dawn broke, people across the land gazed up in horror. Instead of the single, life-giving sun they were accustomed to, there were 10 suns blazing in the sky. The intense heat from these multiple suns was unbearable. Rivers and lakes began to dry up, the earth cracked, and crops withered away under the relentless blaze. The once fertile and green lands turned into arid wastelands. Under the punishing heat, people's lives became a daily struggle for survival. Without water, thirst tormented every living creature. Fields that once provided abundant harvests turned to dust, and hunger became a constant companion. The searing heat left people weak and desperate. In their misery, the people turned their eyes to the heavens and prayed fervently for mercy and intervention. Recognizing that this was no ordinary calamity, the suffering populace cried out to the Jade Emperor, the ruler of the heavens. They begged him to save them from this unbearable torment and restore balance to their world. The Jade Emperor, moved by the plight of his people, knew he had to find a solution to this extraordinary problem. Moved by the desperate cries of the people, the Jade Emperor decided to take action. He summoned Hou Yi, a legendary archer known for his unparalleled skill and bravery. Hou Yi was renowned throughout the heavens and the earth for his marksmanship and unwavering courage. When Hou Yi arrived at the Celestial Palace, the Jade Emperor explained the dire situation on Earth. He described how the 10 suns were wreaking havoc, causing droughts and suffering among the people. The Emperor's voice was filled with compassion as he spoke of the people's plight. Hou Yi, the Jade Emperor commanded, "You are the only one capable of saving the world from this catastrophe. I entrust you with the task of shooting down the extra suns so that balance and peace can be restored." Hou Yi bowed respectfully and accepted the mission without hesitation. His heart was filled with a sense of duty and a deep desire to alleviate the suffering of the people. The Jade Emperor handed him a divine bow and a quiver filled with enchanted arrows. These were no ordinary weapons. They were imbued with the power of the heavens, capable of striking down even the mightiest of celestial beings. With the divine bow and arrows in hand, Hou Yi descended to the earth. He was determined to succeed, knowing that the fate of countless lives depended on his skill and bravery. His mind was focused, and his heart was resolute. The people, seeing Hou Yi's arrival, were filled with hope and anticipation, believing that their savior had come at last. Upon returning to the human realm, Hou Yi began preparing for the monumental task ahead. He knew he needed to choose the perfect moment to ensure the success of his mission. After careful observation, he decided that noon would be the ideal time. At this hour, all 10 suns would be at their highest point in the sky, blazing down with their most intense heat. As the sun reached its zenith, Hou Yi positioned himself on a high mountain, providing a clear view of the heavens. The land below was scorched and desolate, a stark reminder of the urgency of his task. The people watched in anxious anticipation, placing their hopes and prayers in the skilled archer who stood ready to face the suns. With his divine bow in hand, Hou Yi drew the first enchanted arrow from his quiver. He took a deep breath, focused his mind, and aimed at the first sun. As he released the arrow, it soared through the sky with a brilliant trail of light and struck the sun with unerring precision. The sun exploded in a burst of flames, vanishing from the sky. The crowd below erupted in cheers, their spirits lifted by the sight of Hou Yi's success. But there was no time for celebration yet. Hou Yi quickly drew another arrow, aimed, and released. Again, his shot was true, and another sun fell from the sky. He repeated this process with unwavering focus and determination, each shot as perfect as the last. One by one, Hou Yi shot down 9 of the 10 suns. The sky, once filled with unbearable heat and blinding light, began to cool and dim. The earth, relieved from the scorching heat, started to recover. Rivers began to flow again, and the parched land showed signs of rejuvenation. Only one sun remained, its gentle warmth now a welcome presence in the sky. With his task nearly complete, Hou Yi paused to survey the transformed landscape. The world was returning to its natural state, and the people below were filled with gratitude and joy. Hou Yi had restored balance, ensuring that life could once again flourish under the benevolent light of a single sun. With 9 of the 10 suns shot down, the earth began to heal from the scorching heat that had once threatened all life. The single remaining sun shone gently upon the land, providing just the right amount of warmth and light. The rivers, which had dried up under the intense heat, now flowed freely once more. The parched earth drank deeply, and crops began to sprout and grow, promising abundant harvests in the near future. The people, who had endured so much suffering, were overjoyed. They danced and sang in the streets, celebrating their newfound relief and prosperity. Children played in the revived rivers, and farmers tended to their rejuvenated fields with renewed hope. Everywhere, there was a sense of profound gratitude towards Hou Yi, whose bravery had saved them all. Word of Hou Yi's incredible feat spread far and wide, reaching even the heavens. The Jade Emperor, deeply moved by Hou Yi's success and the relief he had brought to the people, decided to bestow a special honor upon him. In a grand ceremony, the Jade Emperor proclaimed Hou Yi as the great archer who shot down the suns, a title that recognized both his skill and his heroism. The people of the land, not wanting to forget their savior, decided to honor Hou Yi in their own way. They built magnificent temples and erected tall stone monuments in his honor. These structures stood as eternal reminders of Hou Yi's courage and the salvation he had brought. Generations to come would visit these sites, learning the story of Hou Yi and drawing inspiration from his bravery. Hou Yi's name became synonymous with heroism and selflessness. His actions were celebrated in songs, poems, and stories, ensuring that his legacy would live on forever. The revival of the human world, marked by flourishing life and joyous celebrations, stood as a testament to the impact of one hero's determination and skill. The people flourished under the gentle light of the single remaining sun, their hearts filled with gratitude and hope for the future. With 9 of the 10 suns shot down, the earth began to heal from the scorching heat that had once threatened all life. The single remaining sun shone gently upon the land, providing just the right amount of warmth and light. The rivers, which had dried up under the intense heat, now flowed freely once more. The parched earth drank deeply, and crops began to sprout and grow, promising abundant harvests in the near future. The people, who had endured so much suffering, were overjoyed. They danced and sang in the streets, celebrating their newfound relief and prosperity. Children played in the revived rivers, and farmers tended to their rejuvenated fields with renewed hope. Everywhere, there was a sense of profound gratitude towards Hou Yi, whose bravery had saved them all. As Hou Yi's fame and influence grew, so did the attention on his beloved wife, Chang'e. She was known not only for her beauty, but also for her gentle and kind nature. The story of Hou Yi and Chang'e soon became intertwined with the legend of the sun-shooting hero, adding depth and richness to their narrative. One day, Hou Yi received an elixir of immortality as a reward for his great deed. However, he chose to keep it hidden, wanting to live a mortal life with Chang'e, but fate had other plans. In a tragic twist, Chang'e, in a moment of desperation or curiosity, consumed the elixir and ascended to the moon, becoming the moon goddess. This event left Hou Yi heartbroken, but he continued to be revered as a hero, while the story of Chang'e added a poignant layer to their legend. The tale of Hou Yi shooting down the 9 suns became a cornerstone of Chinese mythology, a timeless story passed down through generations. It taught valuable lessons about bravery, responsibility, and the power of a single individual to make a profound difference. Parents would tell their children about Hou Yi's courage and Chang'e's sacrifice, using their stories to inspire resilience and wisdom. This legend has been depicted in various art forms, including paintings, literature, and traditional operas. Festivals were held in honor of Hou Yi and Chang'e, with people gazing at the moon and remembering the hero who saved the world and his beloved who now dwelled in the heavens. In classrooms and homes, the story of Hou Yi and the suns served as a moral guide. It encouraged people to face their challenges with bravery and intelligence, just as Hou Yi had faced the scorching suns. The legend emphasized the importance of selflessness, the impact of one's actions on the greater good, and the bittersweet nature of love and loss. Hou Yi's tale, enriched by the addition of Chang'e's story, remains a vibrant part of Chinese culture. It continues to inspire countless individuals, reminding them of the power of courage and love in overcoming adversity and achieving greatness.